So I've been told, and told, and told, and told. You know, she's been feeding us a pack of lies here. Well, she has, however. But now the cat is out of the bag. I found out some things. Things I already suspected. But now I have proof from the most reliable sources which I have checked on. Some canary bird, huh? Line number 1. All this squeamishness she puts on. You should just know the line she's been feeding to Mitch. He thought she'd never been more than kissed by a fella. But Sister Blanche is no lily. Some lily she is. Our supply man down at the plant has been going through Laurel for years. And he knows all about her. And everybody else in the town of Laurel knows all about her. She is as famous in Laurel as if she was the President of the United States, only she is not respected by any party. This supply man slept at a hotel called the Flamingo. She stayed there too. This is after the home place had slipped through her lily-white fingers. She moved to the Flamingo, a second-class hotel which has the advantage of not interfering in the private social lives of the personalities there. The Flamingo is used to all kinds of goings-on, but even the management of the Flamingo were impressed by Dame Blanche. In fact, they were so impressed by Dame Blanche that they asked her to turn in her room key for permanently. This is a couple of weeks before she showed here. Sure, I can see how this would upset you. She pulled the wool over your eyes as much as Mitch's. Honey, I told you. I thoroughly checked on these stories. Now wait till I finish. The problem with Dame Blanche was she couldn't keep up her act forever. They could wise up after 2 or 3 dates with her and then they quit. And she moves on to another. The same old line, same old act, same old hooey. But the town was too small for this to go on forever. And as time went by, she became regarded as a town character, not just different, but downright loco, nuts. And for the past year or 2, she's been washed up like poison. That's why she's here this summer, visiting royalty, putting on all this act, because she's practically told by the mayor to get out of town. Yes, did you know there was an army camp near Laurel, and your sister's was one of the places known as Out of Bounds? Not so much for her being such a refined and particular type of girl. Which brings us to line number 2. She's not going back to teach school. In fact, I'm willing to bet that she never had no idea of returning to Laurel. She didn't return temporarily from the high school because of her nerves. No siree, Bob, she didn't. She was kicked out of that high school before the spring term ended. And I hate to tell you the reason that step was taken. A 17-year-old boy she got mixed up with. The boy's dad learned about it and he got in touch with the high school superintendent. Boy, oh boy. I'd like to have been in that office when Dame Blanche was called on the carpet. I'd like to have seen her trying to squirm her way out of that one. But they had her on the hook good and proper that time, and she knew that the jig was all up. They told her she better move on to some fresh territory. There was practically a town ordinance passed against her.